Hello guys, today we are going to cover forms in HTML. Last time we've covered the inputs and I showed you several input types like the text and password and button and submit and many several input types. So as I told you, the input actually we collect the data from the user in the several ways, but we need to send this data to the server. Okay, so that's why we need the form to send this data to the server in order to process it. So let's explain some uh, tips over here before we start. So as I told you, the forms is just to send the data that we collected to the server for processing. There's like three main attributes over here for the forms: the method attributes and the action attributes and the target attributes. So the method attribute, actually this is the way that we gonna send the data. So there's like a two method over here, get and post, and I'll show you also the different when we start to write the code. But basically, to know the different, the get, it's just when we submit the data, actually it's visible and it appears in the address field. So it's right here in the address field, for like any page when we submit the data. So all the data gonna appears over here. The post, it will be hidden. So if you're gonna send like some sensitive data or something, so of course you just need to use post method, not get method. Okay, like the password, for example, like here we're gonna send the password. So if we send the password through get, it will show over here in the address bar. So that's why we need to use post. So by default, actually the all the forms use get unless you change it to post. And the action, this is also defined that where's like this form, it will like what this form will go, it will open another let's say for example like a PHP file. So let's open up our Visual Studio and let's see, and let's work with this page. It's like a simple and easy form, just we have two fields, that's it. Let me fix this first, the username and password. Okay, so this is the way we open the form tag, and we close it. Of course we have to close it after all this inputs. We close it over here. So let's save, and let's have, as I told you, the three attributes. First attribute, the method, or let's say the method equal, let's use get, and I'll show you the different way we use for first get and then we use post and see the different. And then I told you after that the action. Okay, in the action here actually, because I'm just creating like a simple PHP file just to print out those value that we're gonna send, the username and password. Of course, if you guys want to learn more about the PHP, so you can check the PHP course. But here's just like you can forget about this. I just want to show you how we're gonna send the form to like another send the value or whatever, like the data from the form to another page in order to process it. So we're gonna send the username and password, and we're just gonna print it. And let's say hello and whatever the username, and this is your password. Okay, so the action here, we're gonna use this, the name of the file, action.php. And the last things, we need to know where we're gonna open this, in the current or in the new page or in a new tab. So as we see, so the first one, so you see here method, we're missing the, and the action and the target. Target equal, let's say current, we can say blank, or also we'll discuss this. And then here the input submit, input type equal submit, let's put the value equal, let's say send, and we close the tag and we save it. Let's refresh. Okay, it's right here. Let's say the username will be John and the password. I just typed the password, but of course you don't know it. So let's use get. Okay, here, because we need to run it on a server, it cannot be like run it like that, so it open up the PHP. So right here, just put all this folder in the local server to see what's, let's run it from the server, because you know, to run any PHP file or like any other like ASCP or something, it has to be like run on a server. So if you don't have server, so there is like some way to have it run in your desktop in your computer as a local server. There's like a certain way to do that. Also, if you want to check it, I will just leave a link for this tutorial. So right here we have the username, let's say John, and the passwords, I just type whatever password and send it. Okay, so if you can see here, when we use get, the username is John and the password 1234. So when we use get, actually, as I told you, it display all the data displayed in the address bar over here. Okay, and as we see here, it's already the data we just sent, it's already processed, and we print hello John, your password is 123. So never think. Let's go back again and use post. Let's save this file. Let's refresh, and we use Mary, for example, and password, let's change it, and then send. As you see here, oh yeah, okay, so I need to change also the method here. Instead of like get, it will be post, and then here post, save, Mary, and then okay, let's save it. Mary, that's right here, it works. So it has to be, I'm sorry, it has to be like in a uppercase. So as you see here, Mary and the password 4567, but nothing appears here in the address bar. So as I told you, if you have like a sensitive data, so you have to use this method, post. So let's go here to the target. So instead of like current, let's use blank and save this. Let's refresh again, and let's use whatever, Lila, and the password whatever. Okay, so as you see right here, it's open up another page. So you see this is our page and this is another page. Okay, let's close this. So it's open up another page. Let's check it again. You see it's open up another page, a new tab, I'm sorry, a new tab. Let's again use the current and save it and refresh it over here. Ali. So as you see, it's just run it in the same page, so it doesn't open like another tab or like a new window. So I believe that's all you should know about the forms. So we know them again. So we know that there is the form method and the action and the target. So this is the three attributes. The post, the method, either post or get. The action, that's where the forms goes, where we send the data, and the target. This is how, as you see, have, you know, we well, I believe that's all that you should know about forms. So again, the three main attributes with the forms: the method and the action in the target. The method, you know, either post or get, and you already know how to handle, you know, the data with both ways. And the action, this is where this data gonna be sent to this page. And the target, how it will open like a new tab or like the same. Of course, we go over all those things. I hope you guys understand it. Please, you know, just try to do it by yourself. And as I told you, if you don't know, you know, if it, of course, if you need the server to run and to see the action, but as I told you, I can leave you a link to know how to you know, have a local server to run the local server in your PC. Thank you so much for your watching, and see you next lecture. Goodbye.